Hey guys, so we are back once again with another question and answer raw vlog type format. As you know, na-miss ko tong gawin. I used to do this in my first channel, as what I said in the video before this, but I'm doing it once again. So for those of you who have questions, just send them via Instagram DM, slide a DM via Instagram at Marvin Gurmo, or Patreon community, YouTube community, send in your questions and I'll try my best to answer your questions as much as I can and as often as I can, and I'll do my best to give as much value and content for all of you. Because as you all know, the whole goal, the whole heart of this channel is not to give you stock picks. If you're asking for stock picks, then this might not be the channel for you. This channel is to give you principles, strategies for you to learn, for you to grow, and for you to map out ways on how you can win and trade and do well in the stock market, because that's the whole goal and that's the whole agenda. We just want to see more and more and more and more and more Filipinos be financially free, and them using the stock market for them to be able to use it, do it also. And again, whatever I talk about here, should there be any concepts about any specific stocks, please remember, never, ever, ever buy a stock just because a guy in YouTube is talking about it. You have to firm up and build your own mechanism on whether you should buy, sell, or hold it. And please do let me know if you like this type of concept also. We're still gonna do our stocks by request. Don't worry, we're still gonna do our charting in this channel. Hindi mawawala yun, never mawawala yun. But I'm just giving you alternatives on types of content also. Kasi na-realize ko, ayaw nyo talaga ng US stock charts eh. So maybe I'll do the US stock charts not as frequent, or I'll really start a new channel just focusing on people who just want to invest and trade the US markets. Now, I want to answer a question that was sent by naghang yung aking phone. Ayan. This was sent by Alvin Tung by Alvin _ Tungsten, or Alvin Tung, based on his picture, medical frontliner, and I honor all of you guys, medical frontliners, doctors, nurses, and everyone else in between, people who are braving this new normal that we are at, people who allow people like me na walang ambag sa medical field to be able also to live life. Now, let's go through his questions one by one. Good PM, Sir Marvin. I work in a hospital. O, tama ako. Full-time. I don't have much time to study stocks, watch their prices day by day, so I opted for long-term investing. Comment below, sino sa inyo, kahit nag-uusap tayo dito about trading, naglo-long-term investing pa rin kayo, because trading is amazing. Trading is the game. Please don't get me wrong. Trading is super amazing. I love trading. But in the same way, I also love investing. That's why it's nice to have different platforms where you can segregate your investments. Anyways, though I watch your videos daily, thank you, and I hope you're not just watching the videos daily, you're smashing the like button for the YouTube algorithm, similar to what Andy is doing. And napansin ko si Andy sa channel na to, mas mahaba yung explanation niya, yung comment niya. Sa first channel, puro TY Smash. Pati si Patrick Miguel, mas active siya dito. I don't know why. Anyways, I watch your videos daily or every other day when I have free time, and I just check on stock prices every 2 to 3 days. So comment below if kapareho kayo ni Alvin Tung that they only watch their stocks 2 to 3 days. I'm investing in blue chip stocks and just leaving them for the long term, around 10 to 15 years. So how concerned should I be in this time when stock prices are down, or how often do I have to check stock prices? So he mentioned a couple of things. Number one, yung frequency ng pagbantay niya ng stocks every 2 to 3 days, meaning either pinapanood niya Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, or Wednesday, Friday, or Monday, Wednesday. Basta 2 to 3 times a week lang niya nagagawa. Pero what gives him also the ability to do that is binibili lang niya, or binabantayan lang niya, or nakaposisyon lang siya sa mga stocks na maganda yung fundamentals. And then his timeline is very, very long. So, he's asking for yung mga drops ba na ganun, should it be something that's concerning? Okay? To answer the question is, if your timeline is long and the fundamentals are amazing, then you shouldn't be scared. I've said this in a lot of the videos on the first channel, because please remember, yung first channel talks a lot about the foundational concepts na kailangan nyo kung gusto nyo mag-trade, kung gusto nyo mag-invest. And the reason why I say that is, dapat pag nag-i-invest kayo sa market, tanggap nyo na there will be times that it will go down massively straight for certain weeks and for certain days and for some occasions, certain months, and for some stocks, they have been down for years. Dapat that should be part already of your narrative na hindi siya umaakyat all the time, na hindi lagi siya aakyat. And in the same way, also, there could be durations that it could go nowhere. It's literally not going up, not going down, but there will also be occasions na umaakyat siya. Now, if you are holding on to a stock that's at a season of its trajectory na bumababa siya, then that should be part, you should define a game plan for that. Meaning, when I say game plan, if bumababa siya and the fundamentals are not so good anymore, meaning not so rosy, then it should be a decision point also for you to, hindi na siya pasok sa fundamentals na gusto ko, baka kailangan ko na siya pakawalan. Or, if the fundamentals, please remember this, you mentioned already that you're a long-term investor and you are buying the companies that are good. So, if the storyline is maganda pa rin yung companies na yun, the fundamentals are still so good, yung presyo lang yung bumababa, then you should not be concerned also. Because as what I said, parte yun, it's part of the game when you are investing in the stock market na meron talaga siya mga downward movements na ganun. We cannot control the ups and downs, the ups and downs, the ups and downs, the ups and downs, but we can analyze if yung ups and downs na may kinalaman ba kung nagbago yung fundamentals. Kasi kung hindi naman nagbago yung fundamentals, why should you be scared? Kung hindi naman nagbago yung fundamentals, at what point should you also hurry up na kailangan nyo magpanic? So why am I saying this? If part of your strategy is, long term ako 10 to 15 years ako, wala naman nagbago sa company, pero may cash ako, part ng plano ko, pag naging mura siya, or pag bumaba siya, magdagdag ako. So if that's part of your plan, then you go for it. That's what I'm saying. So you should not be rattled if the stock is down. I repeat, you should not be rattled if the stock is down. You're a long-term investor, you're buying fundamentally sound companies, and you're in it for the long term. Meaning, as long as whatever reason kung bakit ko siya binibili, nandun pa rin, valuations, dividends, sales, income, cash flow, debt, whatever it is, if those reasons are still satisfied, then kahit bumaba yung stock niya, don't be rattled. You just really have to accept the point, you just really have to accept it that there will always be volatility in the markets. And that's why, if you remember my videos on it, if you are a long-term investor, I've been saying it over and over na maganda rin na magbili kayo ng mga stocks na may dividends. Why am I saying this and why am I hammering na maganda na may dividends? Kasi kung hindi man gumagalaw yung stock or kung bumababa man siya, yung dividends, yung kagandahan ng dividends is you still get a return from it. So meaning, think about it as a house or an apartment or a condo na meron ka nakukuha ang rental income. Think about it in a way na may nakukuha kang upa. And that's what's so interesting about it, na kung hindi man siya gumagalaw, or kung bumababa man siya, you still get cash flow. And if the company is doing well, yung cash flow na yun will continue to increase. That's what I'm saying. I hope I answered the question properly. Now, regarding the new ones, like dito, asking about dito, now, I find it hard to study for its long-term trajectory. Especially, I believe, marami sa amin mga newbies sa stock sometimes because of hype, kasi uso, or they're all over the news or emotions. The result could be driving stock prices away from their actual worth. Should I wait longer until they become operational to prove something before buying? Thank you, sir. That's from Alvin Tung. So, to answer your question, So to answer your question, I wanna structure it in so many ways. Number one, it's normal for stocks to move. Hoy, naging clear yung picture ko. Medyo pag nakita nyo na yung pores ko. Joke lang. Nawala tuloy ako sa sinasabi ko. What was what I was saying? Ayun, it's normal for stocks to move beyond what they're actually worth, or to go even below also what they're actually worth. And that's the arbitrage sa market. Please remember, because you are investing in the stock market, people who are in the market are not rational, meaning they will react based on emotion. If they are excited, it causes them to buy higher, prices go up. If they are not excited, if they are fearful, they will sell, they will avoid, people will want to buy lower, stock prices will go down. So it will never, ever, ever be that what you see right there will be the actual value of the stock at any given point in time. There will always be points where it's either overvalued and undervalued. But in the same way, that's where you can also make money. Because if you know and you study the company very well, you would know already specific areas, whether you're plotting support or, raw talaga, no? Wala nang cut to. If you're plotting support and resistance, and then you've plotted it at that particular area, then you start to buy it pag tumama siya sa area na yon. In the same way, if you are plotting resistances, tumama na rin siya doon, na-satisfy na yung rule mo to sell, do you sell also? Now, if you're asking it from a fundamental aspect, since you mentioned na 10 to 15 years ka na sa market, so many ways to look at it. It will always go back to what your rules are. Comment below, 10-minute mark, we are comment what your rules are, what your rules are, what your rules are, what your rules are. Meaning, if your rule is you want to buy a company kasi tinitingnan mo yung sales niya, pag satisfied ka dun sa sales niya, then buy it. Or pag tinitingnan mo yung company, part of your rules is hindi lang sales pero sales growth, tapos na-satisfy yung sales growth na gusto mo, then you buy it. Or regardless of what you're using, EBITDA, EPS, net income, PE ratio, PB ratio, or part of your rules dapat from the fair value that you computed, it will give you a discount kung pasok yun doon sa margin of safety na gusto mo. Sabi ni Salve, margin of safety, huwag nyo gagamitin yun, margin of safety dapat. Kung pasok siya sa margin of safety na gusto mo, then you buy it also. Or if you're looking at debt-equity ratio, ROE, liquidity ratios, whatever parameters that you are using from a fundamental analysis standpoint, kung pasok siya doon sa kailangan nyo, then saka nyo siya bilhin. That's what I want you to look at. So, for example, kung part ng rules mo is, for example, I'll give you an example. Part of your rules, basta mag-operate yung dito ng March, that's already a check for me, then that's a positive signal for you. But if part of your rules is kailangan makakuha sila ng market share, kailangan hindi lang sila basta-basta mag-operate, pero they start getting clients, customers from the incumbents. Or kung part ng rule mo naman is, dapat hindi lang sila basta-basta nandun, dapat kumikita din sila, dapat may net income na sila. Then kung wala pa yung net income na yun, then you don't have to buy it. It will always boil down to your rules. Now, if you are a person naman na bibilin mo siya out of the promise of what it could be, and that's your rule, you want to really position early with the hope of what it could be, and that's part of your checklist, then pwede mo siya consider that way. What I'm saying is this: there's no hard or fast rule when it comes to investing. That's why you see it, so many opinions have been thrown out there. That's why it's so important that in an era where there's so much opinions, we respect everyone's opinion. It may be so different from ours, pero ganun yung market eh. If we all had the same opinion, that means that boom, akyat lagi yung market. If we all had the same opinion also, if we were all bearish, then bagsak lagi yung market. But it doesn't happen that way eh. And please remember that what you define in terms of kung bakit mo siya bibilin is more important than anything else. So, my suggestion, Alvin, and to all of those asking, ano ba dapat gagawin ko? Bibili ko na ba dapat yung dito ngayon? Bibili ko na ba dapat yung now ngayon? Define your rules. If your rules are, gusto kong mauna habang hindi pa siya nag-ooperate, kasi pag nag-ooperate sila, baka mas mahal na siya, then maybe you might consider looking at it right now. Or if part ng rules mo is, gusto ko muna mag-operate siya, pero hindi lang siya basta-basta mag-operate, gusto ko na yung market share niya will be this percentage, or gusto ko yung income niya will be this level, or gusto ko may consistency na yung income niya, or gusto ko yung dividends niya, then pag lumabas yun, dun nyo lang siya bibilhin. So, yun. I hope you're getting this. What I'm sharing to you are principles, and this is not the most exciting thing to talk about, kasi pag principles yung natutunan nyo, strategy yung natutunan nyo, ibig sabihin kailangan nyo pa rin mag-aral eh. Kailangan nyo pa rin pagbutihin eh. It requires effort. And not a lot of people want to do that. And that's why not a lot of people become massively financially free. Because if it was that easy to be financially free, na boom, mayaman ka kagad, lagay mo lang pera mo doon, kita ka na kagad, then everyone would be massively rich. But it doesn't work that way. Your money, your responsibility. But beyond your money, your responsibility. It's your money, your responsibility. It's also your research, your analysis, your experience, and everything else attached to it that will allow you to do well and push forward and reach for your dreams. That's what I'm saying. I hope you got this, and I hope that this is something that's helping you, and I hope that this is something that gave you enough insight, and I hope that this is something that you can also learn from. Though please remember, we're still gonna do our technical analysis sessions, but I'm gonna keep on answering majority of your questions. Sobrang dami lang, lalo sa Instagram. Kung di man ako nakreply sa mga Instagram questions ninyo, pasensya na, but there's just so much, and I'm trying my way right now to answer your questions one by one, but still do the common content that we have on my first channel, Marvin Germo, and this channel, the stock charts that you guys want. We're still gonna do more of that over and over and over and over and over again. So, yun lang. To finalize, it's more about what your rules are, whether it be fundamentals, whether it be technicals. It's less about what other people's rules are. So that's why every time you hear people say you buy this, check. Does it fit your rules? If it doesn't, no matter what they tell you to buy, you don't have to follow. So that's it for now. This is Marvin Germo. I hope that on a weekend, while you're watching this, you keep on learning, you keep on hustling, you keep on building your skill. Because it's that skill, it's that eloquence that will help you reach your goals of financial freedom. So there, happy weekend, guys. God bless you. And I really believe that your greatest days have yet to come. I really believe that it's not yet over. I really believe that you are meant to do amazing things. I really believe that in the darkest of times, God's light, God's hope will even shine the brightest. And His grace is with you. Trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon. God bless you all. Peace out. Yeah.